Alright, I'm making this video for the second time because the audio didn't pick up the first time. Yeah, I've been going to this church called Faith Church, and I've been doing a lot of really cool things there, like giving out hot chocolate and helping people out, and it just got me thinking. And I did get saved today, and I did accept Christ into my life, but before you guys get too upset about that, I'm gonna share my thoughts about the matter with you. We need Christian moderates, Christian independents, Christians who are moderately radical. And now before you go all skeptic apeshit on me, quite literally, think about what Christianity is really about in a metaphorical sense and how people tap into concrete reality using metaphors. We need people inside the church who can undo all the damage that has been done within the last years. We need people who reach in love to impoverished countries and people, not out of desire to proselytize, but out of people who love and care about these people with no strings attached. People who aren't afraid to mingle with secular organizations, although they remain separate, to help out each other for productive discourse in and throughout polarizing views so they can be productively unpolarizing for productive transformation. And that would be transformation of the soul for so much of the world that is addicted to consumption on massive scales that totally outweigh the system's ability to provide that consumption. We're talking about getting back to the basics of Christianity, and this is a distrust for greedy materialism and an affirmation of the soul and everyone's eternal place within that. Now, what this means for me is, this is my own perception of secular understanding and rational thought. I might be outside of my understanding here, but you can fill me in. The secular world on one hand seems to say there is no life, there is no afterlife, yet at the same time says we need to make the world a better place because we obviously see all these problems are making the world the only thing we have a better place to live in, and that is to avoid over consumption of what are ironically fossil fuels that will make us fossils themselves if we don't stop being addicted to them. So what I'm saying is people often who are atheists, I think, I'm not sure about this, I might be making a bad judgment here, they at one hand say we don't want to shoot for pie in the sky, but when they realize, oh wait, there's no pie here either, they freak out and they say, well, we need to consume, and take advantage of the world for what it's worth while we're still here. I mean, because you really think the elites who are really in charge of anything really in their hearts believe themselves to be Christians? No. They use religion as a tool, a resource, if you will, a resource of fear to make people afraid of this seemingly unrational view of life. And it's much more rational than it appears when you go back to the Bible, which in itself is, at points, is just poetically Socratic in the way it deals with discourse between people. And I think that that is a good thing, not a bad thing. And I personally, when I think about making the world a better place, I find it easier to try to make the world a better place at all personal costs when I know that my time here is limited, and whether I live to be 80 or 100, I'm gonna die, so it's not a big deal. And so I believe that when I die, my soul will be saved, and I'll get to go to heaven, and that actually doesn't make me care less about where I am right now. It makes me care more about now, and more about doing the things that are important. But anyways, I think I'm talking too much now. But anyways, just if you have any personal reservations about what I said, please scroll back in the video and watch again and talk about the things that I talked about at the beginning of the video, in the middle of the video, and not just at the end. So I have a tend to, you see, if you noticed earlier, I was scrolling through my notes. I was like, oh, this stuff's good. And then once I start talking, I have a tendency to ramble, as most of you know. So anyways, God bless and have a good one.